Hey you guys, welcome to, sorry I'm looking for my phone. Welcome to another tag. This is going to be a tarot tag. In my vlog I was like, what is a video that you guys would like to do, for me to do tarot wise. And Shelby and David both were like, hey, go do tags. And I wasn't sure what the tags, how much I would pertain to the tags. So I at least went onto Spirit. He's a tarot person here on YouTube. TWO Spirit. You can look him up. He's pretty awesome. And he's done a lot of the tags, if not all of them. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of research. It's just where I went. So I'm thinking about doing 2 tags, and they're not really named. They're like tarot tag 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So the tags that I'm going to be doing are in the title. And then the questions I will try to put in the question box below. Question box? Description box. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it, lost of marbles, just gone, and I'm smacking things while I'm doing it. I woke up feeling like utter garbage. Did not feel good at all. Not like I was nauseated or anything. I was just very, like, exhausted, I guess. And then it's just, the whole day kind of went downhill. Nothing really went right today. And then I realized I had a bite on my eyelid from like a mosquito or something. And then if you look, like, my eyes are kind of, like, both eyes are swollen, and I think that's just from me, like, messing with my eyes. So because they were swollen, I was like, probably a good idea to take my contacts out. So now I have to, like, go around the world with my little Magoo glasses. Although Magoo's glasses are more, like, big and make his eyes look big. You guys know what I'm saying. So I'm a little, like, bleh. And then I took a shower, so my hair is kind of, like, frizzed out. So yeah. And I'm in my pajamas because I'm like, I went pajama mode very early today. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing 2 tags. Let me see if we can find. Okay. So the first one I think is Tarot 6. Tarot tag 6. I don't know. There's stuff on my thing. So this one has 6 questions, and I think the other one I was gonna do. Okay, let's try this for the upteenth time. My camera's being very rude today. I just spent 30 minutes trying to put everything onto a thumb drive so I could format my camera because it was not working. Like, after a minute, it would just cut me off, restart the camera, and I did it like 3 times. So let's see if we can do this again. I think I saved the beginning part of this video. All those other clips, gone. So I think I was talking about shuffling my cards, and I do it from my, like, I shuffle, like, with them in my left hand instead of my right. At least that's my understanding. And now I have to find the picture again, because, like I said, it's been like 30 minutes. So yeah, I just shuffle them basically like this. My hands are super small, so cards this big are very hard for me to shuffle. Even playing cards that are this big, I don't even, like, shuffle them like cards. I actually just kind of spread them around and mix them up like that. And then I did it in a video where I do, like, 3 groupings and shuffle them kind of like that way, so they're really shuffled. So it's pretty much how I prefer to shuffle. To be honest, I don't think it really matters which way you have your hand. Shuffling is shuffling. 2, how many different people would you say you have read for? And basically just me. I think I read for my sister and my mom once. And, yeah. Would you consider tarot a casual hobby, a passion, or a profession. And I do have a friend that actually does like professional readings and stuff, but I just I guess casual. I don't know. To me, if it's a hobby, it's a passion. So that question's kind of confusing to me, but I do have some interest in it. I do want to learn more in the, like, I am interested in the different ways people do them, even though it's not technically my way. I am still interested in the different ways that people do stuff. So, 4. If you were to make your own tarot oracle deck, which, by the way, can someone tell me what the difference between a tarot deck and an oracle deck is? I'm assuming an oracle deck is for predictions kind of stuff, but please let me know below. Haven't had the chance to look it up. Anyway, what would it look like, such as theme, color scheme, influences, etc. If you have created your own, explain the creative process, blah blah blah. I haven't thought of making my own tarot deck, really. I mean, I think I will, maybe one day, because I like doing things like that. But I don't know, when it comes to images and stuff that where it has to mean something, I'm not really good like that. I'm more into like just drawing something and putting it out there, which is why I would say I would more likely do a playing card deck than a tarot deck, because the playing card deck necessarily doesn't have to have meanings to it. It would just really have like my art and stuff like that. So it would obviously be dark. I have actually thought about this already, so I was thinking about doing, I guess I would call it the Black Skull deck, because I had also thought about, like, if I ever done multiples, they'd be like black, white, and then I would go through colors depending if I ever got that far. So the first one would be the black deck, and I would do like my art skulls, kind of art within that, and more like painter and skull dude orientated. And then I probably would eventually even come out with maybe one that pertained to like BJDs maybe. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't gotten that far. But the one with them, it would be like black, white with the pops of color, and I do orientate my art style as rainbow goth. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but I do a lot of like gothy and black and white things with pops of color. So I call it rainbow goth. Anyway, that would kind of be my style. 5. Choose one. Marseilles, Rider-Waite-Smith, Thoth, or some other name I cannot pronounce. I know none of these. I don't even have a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is probably bad. I do have one, like, thoughts of getting one. Like I said, I've said this before, I don't really care for the looks of the deck, but it might be a good idea to get one just because it's a very basic deck. Might be one I need to get. So I'm going to say Rider-Waite-Smith because that's the only one I know. So if you guys know the other ones, like, just look at the question down below, because I'm pretty sure I didn't say these names correctly. So yeah. And 6, recall your first time reading tarot. And I don't know, like, what am I supposed to say about that, but really it was just kind of exciting just doing it and just learning. I'm a person like that, I'm just a person that enjoys, like, the experience of learning. I really enjoyed school. School sucked because of the human beings that, like, children. I don't want to deal with that, but the learning was good. I enjoyed learning things. So it was pretty fun and interesting, and learning what each of the cards meant, and piecing together what they mean together and stuff like that. Because I think my first one I did a 9-card spread, which is a spread I like doing. It's just very complicated and it takes a lot of time. So I don't really do it as a daily thing. I think I've done it once. No, I've done it twice. And yeah. And then the next one, let's see here. Is this the one? Okay, yeah. And this one, I can't remember what this one particular is called. Again, I'll put it all below. So this one has like, what, 8 questions? I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm just gonna start from this one. This one has 8 questions, so again, below, if you want to know the questions. And I did like screen capture, so I don't know the actual name of this deck because it's not in the picture, but, or deck, this tag. So, and I think some of these are kind of similar to the last tag, but I liked some of the questions in this one as well. So, how old were you when I first began using tarot? Obviously, I'm 25. I just started, like, last month. Gosh, I think, well, I don't know. Has it been 3 weeks or 2 weeks? I don't know. But I've known about tarot for a while. I just never expressed too much interest into getting it until, like, I want to say, like, the last year. So, yeah. Number 2, what kind of themes or color schemes do you love and prefer in a tarot deck? To be honest, if you guys see my Fevole deck, that perfectly describes my theme of, like, what themes I like. I really like gothic things, and I like old things, Victorian style stuff. I also like black and white, black things in general, black things, black and white color schemes. So like this is my Fevole set. So this has a very kind of gothic vampire, undead, just theme. Like, this is my favorite card out of the whole set, and it's just, oh, and I will probably do this in another video where I kind of show you what I did, but, or not necessarily what I did, but I edged a bunch of cards, so I will show that in another video, because I'm sure this is going to be long enough, but we'll see. How long is it already? 10 minutes. Okay. So yeah, that's basically, and then me telling you what kind of cards I would make also shows you what style I am drawn to as well. And I also like goofy decks as well, like Sam just got this deck where it's like different characters, and I think I talked about this in another video, where it's different characters but they're cats. So like it was Wonder Woman, but she's a cat, and it was like the Mad Hatter, but he was a cat. And I need the deck, and then I found another deck that has like this cartoony gothic style, and I'm just like, I need all the cards. And then there was another one that I saw, and I can't remember what it was, but how many tarot decks do you have? And messages. 2. I have an actual tarot deck, which is the gilded tarot deck, and then I have my playing card deck, which is the Fevole set. You can buy both of these on Amazon for, I say, pretty cheap. I mean, this set, I think you can get this deck by itself for probably $6, somewhere between $6 and $10 on Amazon. And I'm assuming you can get this deck probably for $10 to $15 to $20. Well, if you're gonna spend like up to $20, you might as well get it with the book. But you guys know what I'm saying. You can just get them on Amazon for a good price. And I love them both. I love the realism and the art of these cards. So, just like, they're very detailed and very pretty cards. So, And yeah, I'm just like drawn to those cards too. Like when I got this one, I had 3 cards that I got in that same day. This is the only one that I was drawn to because I was thinking about using another one for tarot. No, just this one. This is the only one I was drawn to, so this is the one that became my tarot deck. Do I do daily draws? And yes, I do at least 1 card a day. There are times where I'll do a 3-card spread. Like I said before, I've done a 9-card spread as well. It just depends on how I'm feeling when I wake up. So, but I do at least do a 1-card spread. Well, it's not a spread if it's just 1 card, but you guys know what I mean. 5. What about other divination systems do you use with tarot or by themselves? And I don't know what that means. Like I said, I'm still fairly new at this. I only know what this book has told me and just a few other things. But, I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked too much into other things. I'm not really into this to like tell futures and fortunes and stuff like that, which I think some people kind of think that's all tarot is, which it is not, at least for me. So yeah. If you guys have any cool suggestions about where to look some of this stuff up for me, feel free to comment below. If you put a link, it will most likely count it as spam, but I'll be sure to try and check. So, yeah, 6. Memory, as in memorizing the meanings, or intuition, as in intuitive insights. And I guess I kind of do both. I'm a very intuitive person. I have a really good intuition about like what things are and what could happen and stuff like that. And I do my best to memorize the cards and what they mean. It does help that this book has a shortcut kind of meanings in the back of it, so that kind of helps. And if I'm really confused, I actually look up the card itself. So kind of both, I guess. 7. Where are you with tarot right now? In other words, do you feel you are a novice, beginner, intermediate, advanced, or mastery level? Maybe somewhere between novice and beginner. I don't know how you measure something like that, but I still feel like I'm kind of a novice and kind of a beginner. I'm definitely still learning, so, yeah. That was 7. 8. This is the last question. What is your next step with tarot? Are you thinking of creating a deck or working with a new tarot deck or a new tarot practice or something else? And I've already talked about like if I was to create a deck, at least a card deck, because I don't know exactly how I would do a tarot deck. But if I was to do a card deck, I already explained that earlier. And, excuse me, brain fart. And I have expressed a little bit in this video, I would love to get other decks. I think that's one cool thing is other decks don't always mean the exact same thing in the picture. It's all kind of like what you think it means on some of them. And I don't know, I think it would be cool. I'm a card collector, a deck collector, especially with playing cards. So I would love to see and practice with other decks. Obviously different decks might work, some might not. It depends. I am totally open though to working with other decks. I'm still learning, so this will be my go-to. Like if I get another deck, I will try it. English. I will try and use it, but this will be my go-to until I feel more comfortable to fully use another deck. And something else. that's pretty much it. And oh, okay, someone tagged me in something, I think. I don't know. People on Instagram. Okay. But that's basically it. Let me see how long this is, because if it's not too long, I'll show you my edgings of myself. Okay. I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to show you all the cards I edged the other day, because I went edging crazy. So, I'm going to show you. Ugh, good Lord. Sitting down is hard. Okay, so I got a pack. When I knew I wanted to do this, I went out and I got a full pack of markers. Chisel tip markers for $10. Or I think they were like 7 something or 8 something. I think it was pretty good when you get like 8 markers out of the bunch. And I'm trying to kind of show you like all the markers I got. So, yeah, it's 8, right? Yep. 8 colors, so it's like 2 different blues, 2 different greens, a red, an orange, and a purple, which I want to say this purple sucks butt. Like, borderline want to toss it because it doesn't work that well, and I'll show you why. I haven't used the greens yet. Have I? Yeah, these are like the only 3 colors I did not use, so I can't tell you about these. But for whatever reason, this purple just does not work, and I'll show you why. This deck right here is my purple Dark Heart deck, and I was like, oh, I could do a purple and blue, like, transition thingy on it. So that's what I did. But if you really look at the purple is just like on the corners, it didn't, like, I don't know, it was just like really dry, I feel, so that's why it didn't work as well. But the blending did work pretty good. I like the blue came out beautiful. It's like nice and vibrant. The only problem with this deck is like I don't know what the heck is wrong with this cardstock, because there was a lot of bleeding. You can see it like right there. I even did a test one and it isn't that bad. Which, yeah, I don't know. I guess they are kind of bad, but I don't know. It's just like the bleeding didn't happen at first, and then like as it dried, it just bled, which is really weird. It sucks, but it's not like super noticeable. Like if I did this, you're not even really gonna notice that it's, you know, it bled or whatever. Oh, like this one especially is like really nice. It's not that bad at all. Some of the cards are pretty bad, and it's frustrating because I like this deck. At least it's not a deck I'm going to use for reading. It's just a playing deck, which I really haven't played with it that much. I mean, I like it. It's just, I don't know. I haven't been drawn to play with it yet. This is my playing deck, like the deck I play with almost every single time I want to play cards. It's the Guardian set. Yeah, Guardian Bicycle. You can still get these cards. I think I saw them actually in my Barnes & Noble. But I edged them in black. Now this is a deck that I have used. Like this deck is like 5 to 6 years old. So, I mean, even with used cards, it does very well. And this deck didn't bleed either. Like there's no bleeding, and this deck is old. I would assume that an older deck would bleed more than a newer deck, but again, I feel like that was the card stock they used with that deck, so I don't know. But this came out awesome. Love it. And then this is my actual tarot deck, and I used this blue. On the purple deck, I used the darker blue. On this one, I used the light blue, and it ended up coming out more teal. And I think that's because on the front and the back, there is black trim all the way to the edge. So I feel like that's why it came out a little darker. And there's still a few spots, like mist spots, but you don't really see that. And this didn't bleed, or I didn't have any issues with this. which is good. And then I didn't have any bleeding with this deck either, so. And I decided to do red. At first I was gonna think about doing like either black or brown, but I like that I did red. It matches a lot of the cards. Like this one, she has like that big nice pop of red of her corset. Where's another one? Like this one has a pop of red in her mask. Like in many of these cards, there's like little pops of red, and I wanted to bring that out with the edging. So, and all you do is you basically, like, you take one card at a time and you just edge. If you're wondering exactly how to do it and see it on camera, Two Spirit has a video on how to do it. I'm sure if you look up like edge tarot cards, I'm sure his video will come up, because it's how I learned how to do it. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. I hope you guys enjoyed this tarot video. I don't know if I'll do these every single Monday, but I'll definitely try and do them as often as I can. And tell me what you guys want to see for next video, if there is anything you want to see for the next video. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!